Me family una kusha una kaba una adu this na Sarah Cast TV and with regular weekly program Salon for Better. Me people as una know Sierra Leone beget elections since 2018 and since after then we dey get a lot of problem there where they go out na the country where people are within the diaspora even at the Sierra Leone they don't feel comfortable, they don't talk say they see say in fit and right for at least then they advocate for the people then because the kind of administration where they honor the country now when you talk then they only they arrest you for no cause. So we get people within the diaspora like you get a very vibrant and non-governmental organization where now women and former the diaspora then call them concerned Sierra Leone women na the diaspora we get women them at least where they talk for money woman them we voiceless and the human right violation then at the country. And today then you just want carry up much pan something then they way they happen at the country when they go right. And when na then get for talk for people then because most people the way they now journalists they afraid for talk. Civil society then they get brown envelope then they afraid for talk. The religious leaders themselves they get them packaged and they afraid for talk. But the woman there then they out here they not get nobody way they sustain them. Then they live by themselves. They go work with the hard labor so they afraid for talk for them people them. But today we go present to now two way at least we can talk on behalf of the concerned Sierra Leone women and the diaspora. We go ask them for at least then tell una do and then go introduce themselves. Miss Franca, welcome to Sarah Cast TV and we go like for introduce yourself to you people who they listen to Miss Franca. Hello, Miss Franca. Miss Franca, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Miss
I was still
Franca.
on mute.
Yeah, Miss Franca.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the audience them because we don't tell them say when they come from the concerned Sierra Leone women and the diaspora. You want to tell them your name and introduce yourself and who you locate right now because I mean we're not able to find you who you locate now. We just they see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Mr. Abdullahi, thank you for introducing us. Thank you for having us on your show yet again. We're glad for there. We're glad for Speak Up for the Voiceless and the Oppressed in Sierra Leone. My name Franca Jallo. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, but right now I'm all the way in St. Louis, Missouri. By the lake, and I just want extend myself for the Sierra Leone community for say we still there with Wina, we still there watch what's going on, we still very much involved and instrumental in what's going on, and we're there today. It's two of us that are here representing the concerned Sierra Leonean women in the diaspora. Abdullahi, once again, you and Hamjat and Sarah Cast Production, the entire production system here. We want to now thank you for welcoming us, for having us in your show yet again. Thank you so much, and God bless you. We're glad for talk today on behalf of the Sierra Leonean family. Them.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Franca. As my family as Miss Franca, even though in other side reside in another place right around the United States, but he give the opportunity where they say now for Salon people them then ready for grab and can talk for people them. And also we go bring Miss Zainab, you go and introduce yourself man and tell me who say you there right now. Let Salon people they know say even you then are all you ready for talk for them. Miss Zainab, you want introduce yourself man?
Yeah, so no problem. So my name is Zainab Kamara and I'm the Secretary General for Concerned Sierra Leonean Women in the Diaspora. I reside in Virginia, right outside of Charlottesville, and I'm near there. I'm at a lake house, but I am not far from my home here in Charlottesville.
Okay, thank you very much. Me people as una way just they join we this now regular program and today they can talk about the human rights abuses the way they go on at the country and Salon it inside we DNA Sierra Leoneans them and not say some of the we don't can at the diaspora we don't can see waiting the happen. But then country boy out there na friton some of them. Then fi say woman na for Tyler Panama they na kitchen cook for them, give them belly born picking for them. They don't know say woman themselves get right for take part out for administrate the nation. And when they took about the perfect administrator then at the wall, they count on women them. So certain things and the way they happen at the country we call this concern Sierra Leonean women then at the diaspora because una no hesitate for talk to nobody need they pay una rent, nobody need they pay una phone bill. So una not afraid for tell anybody too. We get somebody way after the 2018 elections where we need to carry into politics because we know say una na a non-governmental organization, una no mix from politics, una independent, but what una they look about na how for advocate for the human rights abuses the way they go na the country. We get somebody where they na Sierra Leone will be win election na constituency 110 when a woman when a Honorable Cardi Davis he spent 1 year in a parliament. After 1 year, then pull them they unconstitutionally say and not be win violence be then form another election with somebody we call Josephine Jackson. A win and back. And we're not able to show the video then today because we doing last week when the current administration goes even for a member of honorable member of parliament then go broke ballot box them, then the woman win the election. Then up to now, the constituency, they over 1 year no get representation. And the woman, they and then they've in America a big lawsuit where the woman don't win, and then they pay them, and then seizing constitutional rights, in constituency no get representation. And I don't know what you want to say about that, Miss Franca. You feel saying a fear thing and they do to that woman they honor because na African and feel saying a woman. You get me, Miss Franca?
You don't bring a very important point up to. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. When I don't bring up a very important point because what's they go on at Sierra Leone, not to find thing at all. What's they go on with Cardi Davis in issue that is so unfair and uncalled for. It's unjust. Say this woman don't win the election one time. When I go ahead, when I cancel the ballot, all then send it the second time, then can't broke all thing, all then send it and declare and say no, to the winner. 1 year done passed. It is time to put that lady in her position. Elect after elect, then do 10 election, 20 election, 100 election. Then people in that constituency, they know that they want. They are not fools. They know who stands for them. They know who is their representative. They know who speaks up for them. And that is Madam Cardi Davis. At this point, they get for put her back in office, the position where the people them, they had their democratic rights for make election for votes. They voted for her. And it's their duty and her duty to be in that seat. The government not for put handy. The government not for put on for saying no, then they pull them. They're wrongfully, putting her in a very bad position. This is not something where this woman, it don't stand for, it don't work in that constituency, it don't do what he able. It is time for her to go back on her seat. What in Josephine Jackson do? Now, very, very wrong thing. Now, I need them for look at Josephine Jackson, the abuses the way don't commit a salon, the way how I don't treat people them, now that one day them for Fenway for penalize them for the crime that we don't commit, the human rights violation that we don't commit. Cardi Davis has done everything we need for do. And at this point, 1 year later, it is time for her to be back in her position with the ask winner, with a big winner, and with the actually insist this woman for go back in her position. She has won that election fairly. So please, this is not the right thing to do. When I need for make sure say this woman get the position where the people that elect her for do, make it go back in the position. She has won that election, and we, the concerned Sierra Leonean women, we stand with her. We stand with her, and we make sure say, this is not gone unsolved. This is not gone unnoticed. It's been a year. Please put that woman back in her position. She needs to be back there. The people, they need her. She's needed in that position. The line at the for safe for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Franca. Me people who now just join we, and we there with some members then at the concerned Sierra Leone women then at the diaspora. We just talked to one other founder, and we get also the Secretary General here. So again, we na instead get for can join we na Miss Zainab instead go give on now. Miss Zainab, this year I believe say Papa be don't be in that situation there where concerned that long incident will then be make them go arrest you Papa unlawfully because they condole with the criminal act, the way the paramount chief be the go the way at least this very organization be advocate before in less than 72 hours we'll get them released. And right now we still know say Ms. Zainab still people and they way they lock up from that loan side. Waiting you get for tell them people here about them violation they are waiting the gone with way at least you then at the United States you know waiting at the right of human being then the way then they treat them people there. Ms. Zainab, what you want to say because people are still there from that loan side issue where they still lock up because they say the paramount chief say and things the way then damage now I think now about almost $11 million or something. Ms. Zainab, what you want to say about this for release them people here?
Well, first, I just want to greet all the family members of those who are still incarcerated unlawfully. I still keep in contact with some of them. Paulo Conte in Peking, OKC in Peking there. I did talk to them because just like, you know, how me and family manage that incarceration, they be really very supportive. So me back, I want to make sure say they know that they have my support. And I make they continue for talk, even though they don't release me papa. Me papa don't come America from September 4th. Alhamdulillah, it's still very important to me to talk about these things. I think the diaspora, especially we don't come on our salon now. It's imperative that we speak up. Social media is really very powerful. I had so many lawyers and activists contact me, people who are strangers to me, when my father was arrested, and it made a really, really big difference. The noise we were able to make, the conversations we were able to have, the accountability we were able to ask for, all of that was done over the internet. So a lot of these injustices, a lot of the lack of standardization in our government, especially now, because we know they talk, nobody know they for answer to. So that Monday, anybody will occupy that seat today in a salon, you can do what you want because nobody know they for answer to. I think it's really important that we in the diaspora, we who have jobs and lifestyles here, who have the resources and the connection and the network to speak up and highlight what's going on in our country. It's our job to do so. People in our salon label, they're literally living hand to mouth. So any injustice that we observe, we wouldn't know that the country again. It's really our responsibility to speak up.
Yeah, Ms. Zainab, what you let you talk again because then people learn from Lonsai where they suffer so under detention, you daddy be don't be part of them. And also what you want to know, if you daddy because then guy they are not politicians, they are notorious criminals. We know when we did politician is different from a criminal. And then guy there we don't understand say then they do their human rights abuses there because all their hopes then believe say after the time they all they run away come back na the diaspora who side democracy they prevail
right.
And then they go now then they go abuse people. I want to know you daddy in condition because then good for all people and passport say you know they travel and do people them bad. You papa in situation they all in passport or they don't and not all any of it document.
No, the same way they're all in passports. And then I want to be first things and when take Nayan, they're taking passports and all the company when arrest with them. All my passports they all it was a long ordeal. It took about 2 months to get the passport back. Since that time, my dad has flown back to America. He's here now. But he's still talking and still advocating for those people in Lone Starwood and don't lock up, and just the people whose lives have been disrupted by these shenanigans. When you say politicians and criminals, they're not the same. I beg to differ. Some of these politicians, it seems that that's exactly what they are. They are just criminals. As I was saying, we in the diaspora, we have to speak up. The people in Lone Star, that money they where they eat, the scam them where they don't run, they're still suffering from that. And we are responsible to speak up. They don't have internet. They don't have a platform to get on and talk and say what's happening to them, but we do. So even though my father has been released, even though he's been returned, this is still a very important issue because say I die, Mina Saloma, and I don't want to see my country going through this. So thank you, Abdullah, second of all, for having us on the show and being able to talk about this. But yes, this is still a very big deal, still something we're going to continue to talk about, still something we're going to continue to follow and speak up about. But our government is blatantly violating human rights, and there's no one to say hey, you are accountable to us. And that's what we need to be doing collectively. We need to be sounding an alarm, an international alarm to let people know, hey, they're killing people in our country. They're violating their human rights. They're leaving the economy incredibly vulnerable. I mean, it's almost as if this man wants to send this country back to the civil war that we're still recovering from. So, narande agapo talking now.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Zainab. Before I go to Ms. Franca, I want to ask you something again. Because these people, when they know say you very sharp, because even one other honorable winner, honorable area to Ariana Bangura, MBD na them party area, MBSF be win elections because now woman we be don't cheat, they don't work na civil rights organization, they don't work anti-corruption. Just like you now where you go na Sierra Leone, once where you know your constitutional rights, so if you then are them present, this present government, then parliament, they not go let you because they know say you right. You know what they do, then they look for dumb people and for work with. Now, then don't hold somebody will be they oppose them way at least now the diaspora herself come out just like you daddy way now one presidential aspirant for one ADP party when Mohamed Kamarimba then say he raped somebody. Ms. Zainab, I want to let you talk with him because how you a woman then say una go don't go na room past 4, 5 10 finally then can't talk say you rape way they not get any specimen, any proof, way any machine we go detect say yes this person then see something in that woman who go show say na rape then go lock him up. I want to let you talk about this man Kamarimba then arrest and say he rape. I don't know if they follow up but that matter dey but he's still on detention waiting at the proof them way government forgets for let they assure somebody say this na complete rape.
Yeah. So usually in cases like that, physical evidence is really important because it's a physical crime. But unfortunately, Salon don't get the infrastructure for conducting kind of exam then, what you would call a rape kit exam. That will let you know exactly what took place or what did not take place. So that's the danger of the landscape of Sierra Leone because we lack these infrastructural pieces. People can be arrested and accused of things and there's no way to prove it and there's no way to disprove it either because we don't have the infrastructure. I think a lot of these politicians take advantage of that. That was definitely the case in my father's case. There isn't a legal infrastructure that is not corrupt that you can consult. So if you want to arrest a person, you hold them for some time, you're able to do it. And nobody will tell you nothing. So I have been following the case. I personally I haven't arrived at my own opinion, but I will say whether or not he's innocent or he is guilty, there's already been a miscarriage of justice just because we don't have the infrastructure to do things in a manner that protects everyone that's involved. So, I mean, it's just a big gamble, really. It's a really scary gamble to go to your home country. And that's a problem because Salon go ever go before. If we were getting resources for go now Salon for go do something, we're afraid because where you go, they accuse you of something, they go arrest you. And they can do, and there's no protocol. They can do you anyhow. So how will our country ever prosper? Who among us feels sorry for the future of Sierra Leone?
Yeah. Ms. Zainab, so even though you don't dey follow up that case you feel say Kamarimba arrest na rape or then just use them for let them dent in political career because na very outspoken man.
Mr. Abdullah,
Well, that's the thing because there's no.
Mr. Abdullah, we're not go able make any determination on that. It's an ongoing investigation. So I go halt Zainab for speak on that in that terms because it's now an ongoing investigation. However, what we go say is that then forget evidence, then we go prove beyond a reasonable doubt, say this man do or in not do before they even arrest them. Not on hearsay, not to by disgruntled people them for make an accusation. We now woman there, we now mama them, we get picking them. And false accusation that we really say that they happen all the time. And if not so it do, then the law for taking full cause. But if not so it do, then not for just based on a hearsay, on testimony or testament from people that were disgruntled. They need to do a full investigation. They need for actually do, like Zainab say, a rape kit. They need for look that picking they properly. They need for take semen, semen for make that determination. Say yes, this actually occurred. not on word alone. And we go stop for discuss this because it's an ongoing investigation. But at the same time, if this is what this man has done, we want the law to take its full course. If it's not something he has done, then they should release him. They should not have even arrested him and put him in this position in the first place. You know, na man, na somebody of influence, he get pikin, he get gal pikin. If not so he do, they're not for the tarnishing character. We're not going to speak on an ongoing investigation, but at the same time, we know they agree for me somebody, then put them in an unfair and an unjust situation just for their own political gain, their own political agenda. It is not right. We're not going to agree to that, and we're not going to support such a system. We government get for change waiting and for do and do a better work for protect the people them. The people deserve better. The people then deserve a safe and a protected place, especially by people the way they elect for being government, for for secure them, not to for tarnish their career, then character, just for their own gains, just for their own you know, because that's what they feel like doing. That is not right. And I will stop there for now in terms of that ongoing investigation. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Miss Franca, yeah. I know say you say the investigation they go on law stop there because we don't want to interfere with the investigation. But waiting the fear what I get. Most people they come on at the diaspora now where then guys here where feel say after we don't do it then they do say then they go now we come back na the diaspora. And it can be to anybody. You feel say that man, the since na opposition, a very outspoken man in terms of politics. You feel say go forget a fair trial for this case where they go on, man. Although get for left the let investigate. You feel so because now they don't announce say the Sierra Leone judiciary and the courts now the police are the most corrupt institution in the one whole Africa. You feel say then this man go get a fair trial, man.
I absolutely do not think so. I not think so. I know, based on the history, based on what we don't see about Sierra Leone so far in the past years, then the past couple of years, then they definitely tamper with evidence. Then they definitely do things that we're not unfair, and then they arbitrarily arrest people then for no reason. This is something that we country we know say they happen. They don't go ahead and put so many people there, including Zainab in Dadina jail unfairly, and then come to release him without not even an apology, without, nothing, just that it was done. And so now you're released just like that. We not think say, na something where Sierra Leone, they've been known to continuously do something like this. And we not think say Camaramba will get a fair trial. However, with the hope say because of in connection and the people that we know now, yeah, and the people that we get for intervene for make sure say his legal rights are not violated, that the system will actually work in his favor. If this is something he has not done, then it get lawyer there, it get systems in place there for put and they for try for protect him. Because Sierra Leone is known for this. This is something we're not a secret, especially with this administration. Now then self they make phone call for tell them and so they want to be happen to this person or whatever it is. Now then self they make them phone call and they but try to put people in a funny situation, in a very bad position. And I just say Camaramba and in lawyer there and the whole people in the international community where they work in terms of advocating for people in rights, they're not going to sit down and see say in rights they violated just like that. Then go continue for humiliate them and keep them in prison without any reason. Right now, Paulo Conte, we don't see a lot of where they go on with them. They don't drop charges there and so on and so forth. We're hoping that the cause, the right cause, at the end of the day, will take its place and they will be released. Paulo Conte will be released. Camaramba will be released if that's what he, is the right thing to do. They will have to do it because, at the end of the day, the international community, they watch them. The criminal, the ICC, the criminal courts and so on are watching and they're seeing what these people are doing. It's not gone unnoticed. So if they know what's good for them, then go try for make the law taking cause and make sure say they not interfere with people and rights and then they violate people and rights and they go make sure say that these people are judged without any bias or prejudice. So Nadande with the hope for, Nadande with the push for, and hopefully that's what will work in favor of Camaramba in case if he did not commit the crime. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Franca. Me people, they know just they join with this Nasara Cast TV. with a regular program Salon for Better. And today we did with members them from the Concerned Sierra Leone Women then at the diaspora, where na a non-governmental and non-political organization we always they advocate for the rights of the people. And also before we dey go again, Ms. Zainab, what do you think about these people as I always they say these people are bunch this I just say always they say they are bunch of international cons. They are not politicians because why I say so, the Attorney General would then be get we say Mr. Uda Paulo Conte, retired Major Paulo Conte na treason trial case he be get. Once them fight the case, say the Nisi no see no treason and drop the cases them, then charge them for lawful possession of firearms. When he register, then still all away that crime the way them put on still not detention. Na crime way them for bail and for, but then still put on day. And waiting on one say, I mean, Miss Franca and okay, la give this to Zainab. What you want to say about this? Because this crime where it is for right now in detention. Now crime where them for bail and for. The in law don't put appeal, then people here don't put under the carpet. Just like when them be petition 30 something candidate from the ruling government, whilst them petition 11, but then go out and take off 10 parliamentarian then out of the opposition, then they don't case then not call them. I don't know how the constitution they run. So what do you want to say about this Paulo Conte was still there on detention, Zainab? What do you want to say about this? You feel saying a fear things they go on so?
No, not at all. If anything, I would like to tell Paulo Conte and family I think Botuna, I pray for una. I know say very difficult, but I just want to encourage you for keeping our heads up and continue fighting for that man because justice prevails. This is a fight between evil and good, and good will prevail. But it's definitely not fair. I think this government is very insecure, more so than and this is probably the second Salon government that I've actually ever paid attention to. Arriving into my adulthood, but this government seems incredibly insecure to even correct mistakes. As Ms. Franca said, they released some people, including my father, and they never addressed it. There was no apology. They never produced any paperwork to indicate what the charges were or why they were held. It was just, okay, so it just seems to be a ploy to cover their insecurity. They know that what they have done with this Paulo Conte case is really just a lot of overcharging and a lot of violation of human rights. And it would put them in an awkward position to release him now. There's a lot of accountability that they would have to face. And I just don't think that they want to. So anything they can do to suppress anyone questioning them and to maintain absolute power is what they're doing. They have totally ignored the Constitution in many cases. I mean, almost any case that we've talked about, they've totally ignored the Constitution. They know what they're doing is unfair. And I hope that we in the diaspora don't think that they are making innocuous mistakes and don't know what they need to do. They know exactly what they need to do. They know exactly how to take advantage of the power we didn't get. They know it's not fair. So Paulo Conte will be, I think, one of the cases that truly exposes this administration. I really do. But it's not at all fair. It's definitely a political ploy to maintain control and not have to be accountable.
Okay. Thank you very much, Zainab. The people who know just join with this Nasara Cast TV. And also Miss Franca, one Bobobi they will call Ali Foster, where Lai Lawrence Lima one in security fire and before in Domot, where that Bobo be almost die, then can go put her on detention. Then we don't pull her body because in foot be they try for rotting. So when in foot they rotting, Naim then pull them back, then can go na emergency, then go cut from in leg, then patch in foot. Now in foot don't better. They don't put them back inside Palemba Road maximum prison. Then say if I bring us book before they left them, and that bobo na popo bobo na taxi driver no get money. You want to tell them people that let them so understand and say if not they own picking, they own brother, they own cousin, then they do so. Right? Because when we look say at the end of the day, then guys, they are the all get for run away, come back na the diaspora. Example don't show. For the Attorney General who go lie per retired Major Paulo Conte say na treason. When he failed the treason case where they lost him, Warawege, he don't want to go England. To the prosecutor, Fisher, himself, when they see said on done the Baruda case, they work, himself don't run away go England. So now so they all get for the run away go. What you want to talk about this Bobo Ali Foster, this Popo Bobo? Leone advocates, let them people that left this Bobo, they don't broken foot, and they work at Ben now, let go drive in taxi, maybe they drive back. What you want to say about this Bobo? Then say Osbook. The Bobo say no get Osbook.
Well, Mr. Abdullahi, a good point you don't bring so because Lawrence Lima, you know, that somebody when in position where not supposed to abuse that position. It in a position where it's supposed for they protect people them for help them. And look what you don't go do that poor Bobo for shooting so unfairly, so unjustly so. Shooting for no reason. And then at the same time, you know, now the Bobo in a jail. And that way they don't release and they say make you go out on bail all and day. Then they demand things the way they know say somebody like that they not get forget. Even people themselves, connections, where people they get house and that. You not even know anybody. What's make them treat some people and they so unfairly? You know? Now it don't make sense. Lawrence Lima, the amount of advantages the way they don't take on people them, it not fine, it not fair. In our matter man, at the end of the day, you know, we all get for die. And when we go where we die, we get for go to either heaven or hell. We get for answer to God. This thing that's the way they do so, you know? And the government then back again as salon like Abdullah, wait till they talk so. At the end of the day, they get for one and go begin a fence on side, safe haven. For gonna wait for them crime they are where they don't commit against humanity. Crimes against humanity, now something where they're facing and go run, but you cannot hide. You cannot hide. This poor boy, so they don't go now. They don't can't go now hospital for go try for heal this wound there and so on where it gets. But they release the poor boy. But they release him. There's no reason why he should be still detained for no reason. You know, what's this Baba they go pull house book? How is it possible for him to even find a connection and they, you know? I wish I know somebody who will able to help Anena Salo right now, you know? Because that boy has not done anything wrong. He was unfairly shot by someone in power, of all people, Lawrence Lima, so close to the president. Fatima Bio, this is not small picking, not small bubble. You are there for the rights of the children, women, and so on. You're supposed for the advocates for them, for keep them safe. This boy has been treated unfairly. Fatima Bio, we talk to you as woman, as a mother, the mother of the nation. For Fenway, for make that body come out of that jail day. He has no reason to be there. He has to work and help feed his family. He get people the way they rely on him, where they depend on him. And him being in Panama Road prison for, you know, and look what's happened recently, where they go kill people and then at the jail. How many up to now we're unsure of because they go pull this number today, they pull that number today. We feel that it's far more than that. This boy does not need to be in that position, especially during COVID time. He is, you know, they don't make a determination in case he needs to be released. Please do not make every effort for making release. Let him go back to his family. He needs to go home to his family. Lawrence Lima, we they watch you. Our eyes on you. All the time I say they take advantage of people there. We they watch you. And President Madabio, they are big because this time you people then they're supposed to be, you know, under your administration. This is your administration's name they're tarnishing. So Lawrence Lima, it on the way they take advantage of our people them. And I hope say the government will look and do what's right for the sake of this poor boy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Franca. Me people who know just they join we as we can say this now Seracast TV with a regular program where they talk on the human rights violations the way they go on at the country. And today we get the founder of the Concerned Saloon Women then at the diaspora, which is Secretary General. At least we can rub more small pan the kind violation them where they go on at the country where then see say all right, and that then therefore then a non-profit and non-governmental organization or no affiliate with no political party, all waiting they want now for this any administration we can asylum for treat the people and right. So Ms. Zainab, since you don't talk on all them thing there where they gone, waiting now you last word, Ms. Zainab, where you go and give people them with the courage and let them believe say una still there for them.
Let me remove this one. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I just wanted all of the diaspora and all of my fellow Sierra Leoneans to know that I born picking them, that I want to go back to that country they with. So for that reason, no matter what, I will always talk. If anybody has topics or situations they want to share with us, please go visit our website at cslwd.org. And you can also email us at concerned.sl.women@gmail.com. I'll also put it in the chat, and hopefully, you'll post it for us when you post this video. But please interact with us. Please send us emails. Please go to our website. Please make sure that you're engaging with us, and this is just not just one-sided, because we can talk as much as we want. Able to talk. But if our community doesn't engage us, there's only so far that we can go. So please make sure that you guys are contacting us and letting us know how we can be of service.
All right. Thank you very much. Miss Franca, what's in the last word where you want to give people over there, ma? Miss Franca.
First of all, Mr. Abdullahi, I want to thank you so much for giving us this platform, you and Hamjat and the entire Sierracast production, because this is something that's very much needed. And for allow the Sierra Leone community for you from the concerned Sierra Leonean women them is very important, because we not mama them, we not picking them of Sierra Leone, we not weft them, we not when I go listen anytime when they talk. I'm sorry, I'm getting a few calls, so my phone they go off and they ring because get another meeting where they can't on. But I want to thank you for give me the opportunity for talk today, and I want to make we continue for interact with Sierracast production and reach out to us, the concerned Sierra Leonean women. We will do what it takes, because at the same time we are Sierra Leoneans first and foremost, even though we live in the diaspora. That's our first priority. So thank you guys so much, and God bless you. And we look forward for talking to you again in the near future. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Miss Franca. And me people as soon as they listen, we just get concerned Sierra Leonean women they work and touch on the human rights violation the way they go in the country, where if say they go right to people around the globe, and then a human rights organization when a non-political, not affiliated with no political party, non-governmental. So they can advocate today. And today this program, the one when our producer today will help for this program, see let go let count the look and so now I'm just Jalo Miba. And me na Abdullah Mansari. And we will come back to next week for giving an update on what's in the happen around the globe and Sierra Leone. Una tata.
Amen.